And with a bit of luck, we should now be live. There we go. Hey, Paladin. Welcome. It's like really terrible how bad the attack queue is. Oh my god, they have like a DPS dungeon. Let's jump on it. Jump on it. Of course. Can we like reset? Thank you. We are going for... Yeah, let's take the bot along. Hey! Oh no, I had the I used the training dummy earlier, like just hit it, and until you get out of like a stupid long range of it, or until you like right click it and dismiss the enmity, you'll basically never be able to change class. Yoink! have a feeling the queue might be longer than I thought it was, seeing it was requesting DPSs. Yeah, maybe it's not. But yeah, it is absolutely ridiculous at the moment. It's like trying to get any tank queues at the moment is up to like 20 minutes. Roll waiting list number 16. Hey. I only have this one character, so yeah. Yeah, I know. I do hope that the world visiting or cross-realm, you know, visiting will allow for, you know, dungeon queuing. I'm not sure it will. It might, but I'm not sure. I just need Lynn to convince... I just need to convince Lynn to join me. Yeah, but with World Visit, you can do dungeons, so there's that. Oh yeah, no, but I feel the same. It's like, you know, not buying on the market. Actually, I do believe you can buy on the market board ironically right now. But it's like, if they just do like slight, you know, lowered requirements. So, you know, I would be fine if you can't, you know, compete in anything that have a ladder system. So let's say ranked PvP as an example, or, you know, participate in the Sky Builders event, that kind of stuff, or, you know, Pulse of It or Heavens and High leaderboard ranking. I feel that's fine that you can't access that, but, you know, just accessing normal stuff like, you know, doing a dungeon queue or roulette or whatever, because I really don't feel that those two things like would clash in any way. Of course, you know, there is the thing that if you're like on an American data center and you're connecting from the US, like you should be then assigned to, you know, the data center of the server you're visiting, so they don't need to merge them in any like insane shapes or forms. But it's like, as it stands right now, I could roll a character on crystal just fine and, you know, do dungeons. And I'll just be, you know, subjected to having a bit longer latency because, you know, that is how it is. But at the same time, it's like, if you just do the same for, like, world visits, it should be fine. I'll say hey, cheese. Oi.
I wanted to make sure there wasn't an issue before I unmuted my mic.
Oh yeah, I was kind of sitting in here waiting for Lynn to jump in.
Well, then Link gets in, then you can get on with things. Yeah, like I was saying, it's like they actually changed it because originally you could go into the firmament when doing world visit, but because, you know, people were going across the worlds and planning, you know, so they were getting to do the big special fates on every world on the data center and locking.
Okay.
They actually changed it so if you weren't on your home realm, you were locked out. So
Honestly, it makes sense. I feel like anything that have a leaderboard should not be allowed. Anything that does not, you know, fair game.
I think that there are certain things because I would say it would depend because if you've got your, because with things like Heaven on High and House of the Dead,
Exactly.
it's already being done on a global leaderboard.
Oh, it is?
And now,
I thought that they had like a server leaderboard.
however, what they could do is allow you to do it on other realms, but it would still track you as if you were on. So let's say I went over to Link and I was doing Heaven on High there. It would still, they could have it so it would still track my ranking under Omega.
Yeah, but I also feel that you have to be careful making it too complicated, or they just end up shooting themselves in the foot later, causing like needless complications. You know, there's a lot of things that can go wrong.
Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn is already built on spaghetti code.
I wouldn't say it's on spaghetti code, but it's like they had to implement a lot of stuff from like point 1 because of how the systems were implemented. It's like, you know, the data is the data, so if they wanted to carry over, you know, people's stats, people's, you know, they had to like build it in a similar fashion or it wouldn't, you know, fit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like they've already got all the legacy code that they have to deal with, and all the complications that brings. What's a few more complications? Oh, hello, Cheese.
Hey.
Have you finally got round to downloading the game yet, Cheese?
Okay.
The one Nyxies playing?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I have. Yeah.
I wonder what I'm playing. I don't know. I'm just like mashing buttons and hoping for the best.
Also, you just dinged, apparently.
Sorry,
Yeah, but I had to
Also,
you just leveled up.
Let me just say like one thing.
Yes.
Fuck corporate greed.
I can't hear anything right now at all because the game sound is like too loud.
Oh, Nyx, you broke it.
I was just saying, like, fuck corporate greed.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You know, corporate greed is annoying, but it is kind of. Oh, so you're watching a YouTube video of how to fix Joy-Cons, NX?
Hmm?
You were watching a video of how to fix your Joy-Con.
No,
Oh, so how did you?
I saw someone who had made a fix, and I was like, you know what, I'll save those in case I need it.
I really need to. I've just had my browser throwing up an error saying unable to connect the server. It's trying to load my Mix-It-Up overlays when Mix-It-Up isn't open. Also, yes, you know the pixel alerts, Nix?
Yeah.
Pixel has added support for Trovo login.
Oh, really?
He hasn't yet been able to implement the overlays to work on Trovo just yet. But I believe that's something he is working on, although don't quote me on that, so that's going to be nice. Then all he has to do is add DLive and YouTube, and then adding support for overlays, and well, you can shift your alerts over to his, can't you?
They are not going to add DLive, I don't believe that.
Who? Pixel?
Anyone, really?
I wouldn't be so sure on that.
DLive is a fine site, but it's not, successful, and a lot of people just goes like, eh.
And you're saying Gomes is a roaring success?
No, but I can't really imagine anyone would want to add support for that either.
Pixel already has.
Yeah, but they were roped into it before it came out.
I know he has. He is not keen on the YouTube API, but then again,
is anyone keen on the YouTube API? Find me a single person who's keen on the YouTube API.
I've had a look at the YouTube API. I do like the looks of it.
You like the fact that it's rate limited on every single request you make, and you can only make 1,000 requests a day.
I'll figure something out. To me, it's just another challenge to work around, ain't it?
Oh, someone's mowing the lawn outside and it's affecting my hay but...
Oh, yeah, I'm grateful. Yeah, I do know that, yeah. I know that Mix-It-Up is planning to expand at some point, but they want to finish, getting the solid foundation for the Twitch user base first, before they start expanding, making sure the current user base is in a strong position before expanding.
Yeah, the biggest problem with my custom chat at the moment is the YouTube API. It's if it hadn't been for YouTube, I would be using that at the moment. It's this. It's the sheep chat isn't terrible, but goddamn is it scuffed. It's so scuffed.
Yeah, I guess with that's the thing. It's just a case of yeah. Then again, I did manage to break Pixel's overlay system.
It's to give you an idea about how scuffed the sheep chat is, instead of just using the Twitch API to check the messages against emotes and see which emote you have permissions to use, and let Twitch go this is an emote and this is the link to the emote, they're using an external API where they need to manually add every single emote on Twitch.
I just face palmed so hard. My hand went through the front of my head and out of the back.
It's just needlessly dumb. No offense to them, but it's sure, maybe back in the day, but it's fully integrated in the API. There's a reason that all of my channel just automatically supports every emote coming out. That's because I just, it just requests through the API and go are you in a mode? Yes, you are. Okay, great. Which emote are you? It's and Twitch goes here you go.
Yeah, I'm not the stuff that I'm planning to build ain't gonna need to touch that. So that's not something I have to. There are going to be other things I'm going to be looking to integrate, and I will be looking APIs for that. I want to do everything by the books by the API. Although I'm also going to be working with the Mix-It-Up API because apparently I like torturing myself. No, in their defense, the API for Mix-It-Up does look to be pretty good. It's just me overcomplicating everything. But then again, the same.
This fight right here on a on an IPS display is so much nicer than my alt screen. I could literally not see the, okay, it's probably not this wide, but I could literally not see the difference between the ground and the shadow. It's like, you know, when it fades in.
Also, why did that Gunbreaker super volleyed at full HP?
Because you can. I had that happen to me like constantly in a dungeon yesterday, and it was.
I've had it once where the health has gone low, so I've benedicted them, bring back, and then they've immediately pulled super volley. Needless to say, I wanted to figure out where that person was, put my hand through the screen to them, and strangle them.
Did you see the picture I sent you yesterday?
In our group chat or to me directly?
To you directly, and I asked what is healing.
That
That was 3 mobs, and I had blown all of my like defensive passives, and he still couldn't keep up.
What was he doing? Was he wearing like glamour gear?
No, not at all. He was fully geared.
How?
Not that competent at playing Scholar?
Yes, but there's still a kind of baseline. Like there's not being there's just being straight up bad. Like I would need to figure out. I would have to look and figure out what was going wrong. You know, try and advise him on how to get around it. You know, like I would do it. It's like I'm complaining on stream, but with the player, I would be, you know, taking on a more constructive approach. You know, trying to help improve them. It's just like. But it's just when you've played for Final Fantasy for as long as I have, you know, 11,000 hours, you've seen some stuff and there are things that just make you go, why?
True, but again, sometimes it's like, do you want to take the fight? It's like he wiped at the very first pull, like we all died.
Yeah, I would be like, what is going? I would give them the chance, you know, to work, you know, give them tips, help them, you know, handle it, see what's going on. And if they're not taking that advice on, initiate the vote kick. But my preference is, you know, to at least give them a chance to put things right first.
Oh, I went through the entire dungeon by just pulling like 1 mob at a time almost.
Yeah, no, with that one I would have been saying something about it. Because that's the thing, you know, they're going to be expected to be handling full pulls.
True, but
and you can only mollycoddle them for so long. At some point, you are going to have to throw them in and make them get good.
True, but at the same point, it's like sometimes I'll help out, other times I'll just stay quiet and then just, you know, do my best to like get through the dungeon, and because it's not always you have like the energy to start trying to like even, you know, the potential of getting into an argument, if that makes sense. It's like, it's easier to just stay quiet and go like, okay, this dungeon's going to take a while, but you know what, it's fine.
And here's the problem. By doing that, how are they supposed to know that they're doing stuff wrong and that they need to try, you know, and how are they supposed to improve? Because now, if they're going to be an argumentative, are you marked as teen rated or adult?
I am adult.
All right, if they're going to be an absolute spunk trumpet about it, then yeah, I would kick them and I would blacklist them after the duty.
Yeah,
or worst comes to worst, if it's really bad, I would just, and you know, I couldn't, and the vote kick failed, I would just take the 30-minute penalty.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will, but Final Fantasy loves me because I don't do it and I just pull them through. I'm not sure, I actually checked this. Are you aware that if you play well and you like perform above your category, if that makes sense, they'll start to place you with, let's call them less competent players without being rude. And upon doing this, if you just pull them through, you know, nail and teeth, regardless of, you know, how much effort it takes, they'll keep doing it over and over and over again. It's not before you start to actively leave your duties that they'll retain it. As like I did.
It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me because they try to be like, they want to try and pit the competent players with the less competent, so we can bring up the skill floor.
Yeah, no, but it's also, you know, it keeps people happy because it means they can get through the MSQ and whatever, and they don't realize, you know, how bad it is. But it wasn't before, you know, I got the actual stats I truly realized that, you know what, sometimes you have like 600% more damage than the other DPS in your party. It's absolutely like ludicrous how big of a potential change that can be in this game. And it was just, you know, if I took 20 reports of, you know, when I played the classes I knew I'm competent at, there would always be, you know, or if I, you know, played, let's say I played healer, you would always see like that one DPS who played pretty solidly to the same, you know, passing the same stats that I personally would, and then the other DPS would basically like, and I'm saying this without being rude, you could yeet him out of the party. You could have him stand AFK at the beginning, and it would not make a difference on the run.
Like, even on my DPS, I try to play above that. Now, there's some DPS that I just can't get my head around. Summoner springs to mind. Thank God I can level it off a Scholar.
The only class I really feel that I'm struggling with is like in keeping up my DPS as backmate. It just does not sit well with me. It's like the whole aspect of having to attack before, you know, the tank even pulls, and the whole, you know, starting the rotation. The thing is, a lot of runs, everything dies so fast that by the time that you even stop up, it's already dead. So
yeah, like I don't mind black. I think my favourite of the casters is red mage.
Oh yeah, I'm 100% towards red mage myself. It's like I really love red mage. It's surprising how many can't play it. It's like, you know, you would think it's simple logic that, you know, you fire the quick skills to like then use dual cast for the slow skills, and there's so many who don't get it. It's like
I generally get it, but I do occasionally brain. Yeah, I will occasionally be like accidentally double quick skill, or, you know, go to cast a slow skill when I've got dual cast up. But when that happens, it's usually like a either screw you, Servatix, you had to mess me up, or I've just straight up brain farted.
And I'm not saying that, you know, brain farting doesn't happen, but I've seen so many, like, I kid you not, red mages who literally just go like, let's just use the fire over and over and over and over again. It's just like, but you're screwing up your mana. You're making it so you can't do your melee part, which is like a big burst of damage. That's the thing, like, the whole idea is managing your black and white mana. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I have a strong suspicion that they're going to nerf the complexity of the red mage in next patch. I thought it was like one of the easier classes to play, but there's still so many. It's like, the thing that worries me is...
only two things in the world are infinite: the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the former.
But see, the thing is that, you know, the reason I worry about red mages, and I said before, I'm passing, I don't hide that fact, but it's like, and I don't like attack people with it or do anything like that, but you know, just when you notice patterns over time, and the fact is like, if I run with like, let's just take a random number. If I run with like 300 red mages in the past month or so, you probably like 230 of them have been unable to understand the core mechanic of the class, which is a really, really high number. And I don't know if it's just due to, you know, how the server queue works, but I'll be put in with those less competent players, which, you know, is fine. But if that is a true representative of, you know, everyone playing Red Mage, there's no way that, you know, Square's not going to look at those stats and going like, okay, we need to do something.
Yeah, I'm in two minds. One part of me is hoping that it's just you being queued with the idiots because you're so good. But the downside of that is if that is the case, because I'm generally getting paired with fairly competent players, does that mean that the game sees I'm shit at the game?
Or you play something niche. I don't know.
Because like I tend to main healers.
No, but you said it yourself. You said it yourself. You leave if a person is incompetent. I think they equate that into the stats.
No,
I don't.
No. There are times.
You vote kick and you leave. What I'm saying is I've never done that. In one or two cases.
So in my case, you think with me like the scene that I've only got so much tolerance for it, so they just try to take to the algorithm.
I personally think it adjusts if they see that if putting you together with like someone who is, I think it goes like this. Imagine that there is tiers of incompetence they can pair with. If they hit like a certain tier and you would like 90% chance leave the queue or like vote kick the person, then they would
try to avoid partying me with them if at all possible.
Exactly. I'm just too lenient, and I basically take even, you know, the level 20 geared paladin who's going through our wheel. I was like, I'll keep that person alive.
That's the thing.
I actually kicking and screaming.
I actually did that once in a mentor roulette where we had a tank that hadn't leveled up their gladiator. They were a warrior tank. They hadn't leveled up the gladiator enough for provoke. This was before you know it got changed to role skills when we had cross classes. And as a result, they were needing to provoke and they couldn't, so it kept wiping us. So I said, I was actually friendly. I said, you know, okay, so unfortunately we can't. I tried to work around. It's like, okay, can we beat this without needing provoke? Is there a way we can pull this off? There wasn't. So I said, all right. So what I'm going to say is, unfortunately, we can't beat with you around, so we are going to have to get rid of it. But what I'm going to say is that you will want to level your gladiator up to 22 per provoke. It's a very, very useful cross-class skill to have.
I think the only dungeon where I've been truly angry, as I was genuinely angry, was
was it the one where you blue screened on stream?
No. So this was what happened. It was all the way back in the Realm Reborn. And I was doing.
You playing in the 2.0 patches when they were current?
Yeah.
2.x patch.
Exactly. So this was Stone Vigil, and I got this tank in here who could not hold aggro. I kid you not, a single cure, and I had all of aggro as a healer. This was, you know, back when you had TP management, that kind of jank for your class, and it's fine. But the thing was, it was impossible to go through the dungeon with that tank because he could not tank, period. Yeah. And we decided to go like, okay, fair enough. We tried to advise him, and he just ignored us.
That's where I take issue.
And we ended up vote kicking him.
Yeah, I will
for
say
new
that
tank, and we got the same person. We vote kicked him again. Look for a new person and got the same tank until we had all spent our vote kicks. And after that, it's like we went like, okay, fuck this. I'm just healing and tanking at the same time. So I was basically spam healing myself. And we got all the way to the final boss and we ran out of time. I've never in my entire time playing this game ever before run out of time in a dungeon where I was actively pushing to complete it.
I think I had it happen once as well. Like, I think I've had it once where we actually ran out of time, but because we were engaged in combat at the time, I think it was one of the 24 mans actually, not a dungeon, where we ran out, but because we were actively in combat, it let us finish the encounter.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and it's trials. It doesn't let you, and I don't think it does it anymore in the 8-man raids.
No,
but
this was Stone Vigil. This was a normal 4-man dungeon. That wasn't impressive. Think about it.
Yeah, like that's and like it was. I think it was when one of the 24 mans was pretty new. You know, when the current one at the time. You know, so it makes sense that things were going to go a bit wonky. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like that one, and I think we wiped. I don't think we were able to beat. I think we wiped, and then it booted us all out.
Yeah, honestly,
I've had it happen once, and I was like, "Holy hell!" So that's what happens.
yeah, I don't know. I was just with the sheer fact that we got the same guy into the dungeon after we worked
3 times in a row.
3 times in a row, and we had all spent our vote kicks on him. Actually, it wasn't 3 times in a row. It was 4 because we all 3 of us kicked him. So the only person who was left to initiate a vote kick was him on himself, and you know that's not going to happen.
Like with that one, yeah, I would have been like, yeah, like that's him. Like with me, it's like a case of with that one, you know, it's like they have changed it now. So if you get kicks from a group, you cannot rejoin that group.
That's the
They have added, they have finally added that in, which is so good because it means now we don't have to worry about them trolling. But that's the thing, yeah. So, which that's the thing. I think I've been in my 11,000 hours of play. I think I've been kicked out of a dungeon a total of 5 times. Once was because I said, "Oh, let's limit break this," and they pulled before I could limit break. So I explained, you know, that's what happens when you don't limit break. You know, if you lose the limit break if you don't do it, so you end up getting wasted. Got vote kicked after that encounter. Turns out 5 of them were from the same free company.
Yeah, the thing is, I
think that free company just decided, we're in a bad mood, we're going to take it out on this guy.
Surprisingly, I've actually never been vote kicked, ever.
It hasn't happened often. I think that's the thing because I'm a bit... But that's the thing, you're very passive. Whereas if something, you know, is wrong, I'm generally not afraid to speak out, you know, to try and... Now, I tend to do it, like I said, I tend to do it in a way that's good, you know, like, or do it in a way that explains what happens when a certain thing happens, you know, to try and, you know, again, constructive way, you know, so it kind of explains things. Occasionally, that gets people pissed at me and they decide to vote kick me.
Oh, look at... Wait, there's a tank queue? Does that exist anymore?
Yeah.
What even is this? Oh my god, did you see what I showed you the other day with the tank queue? It's absolutely insane.
Yeah. But that's the thing, but I personally don't mind it, you know, that, like I say, I'm going to take the approach of, yeah, like I said, that I'm going to continue to occasionally speak out against things. You know, I do feel like sometimes, you know, you need to speak out.
I usually don't, but it's not, you know, it depends on the situation.
I'm one of those that I'm like, I'm one of those that prefers to be more active, you know, trying to, you know, actively do that. And if that gets me in the line of fire, or I've said it before, like with my things, my beliefs, I've said one of these days it's going to get me targeted for assassination. I don't care. If it happens, it happens. I'll deal with it. Even if how I deal with it means being put into a coffin. Which is quite a grim view, I will admit. But it does help me to be able to, you know, take more action, because I think it's to do with the way that my brain works, because I'm quite logical brained. I see that, okay, something is wrong, remedial action needs to be taken. I think the way that my brain, and, you know, trying to figure out the source of the problem and then work to try and resolve the problem. Occasionally, I will end up being passive and be like, yeah, we'll deal with it. It's a case of, are they struggling a little? You know, am I just perhaps messing up there? I might just tone it down a little bit. But generally speaking, I don't run into that. Like I said, I think the thing realizes that putting me with players who are just there to troll is going to cause problems.
No, the thing
Because
is,
I'm not going-
about a lot of those people, no offense to say it, but those, let's say, slightly incompetent people, they really aren't there to troll. It's like, I've seen firsthand, I'm not going to mention names, but I've seen firsthand of real life friends who is completely incapable of like something as simple as moving and shooting at the same time. You know, that whole multi-action
that's the thing, if they-
thing of gaming is just not in their repertoire.
Well, that's the thing. If they came up and said, I'm trying, but I'm really struggling, you know, if they come up, you know, say that, I'm like, okay, well, what can we do as a group to make it so we can all get through? Like, if someone is genuinely struggling, but they're trying the best, I've got a lot of patience for that. I'm happy to work with you to try and find something that'll work, but I'm not a mind reader. I cannot know if you're just trolling or if you're genuinely struggling if you don't speak up if you're genuinely struggling. So I have to assume the worst, because trolls aren't going to admit it. But someone who's genuinely struggling, if they admit it, I'm like, okay, yeah. But that's the thing, a lot of the player base doesn't speak up, which means that I end up having to assume the worst, because if I don't assume the worst, then the chances are it's probably...
This is because you come from from Final Fantasy. You probably don't realize this, but the reason a lot of people don't speak up is because they come from a World of Warcraft community, and if you speak up and admit any
I came from World of Warcraft.
Then you know exactly how toxic it is to admit fault. If you even show the slightest, I wouldn't say it this way, but if you even show the slightest weakness, they'll pounce on you and like let you know just exactly how shit you are. And
yeah,
a lot of people don't speak up because they don't want to bring attention to themselves.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the thing. I get that, but I think they need to realize that this isn't World of Warcraft.
True,
yeah.
But that's a habit that's... I do this. Even I do this. I try, for the most part, to like admit I don't know this run, but it's like...
Yeah, like, I do make an effort to admit, you know, because with that one as well, if I say, it's like, I'll go through it, it's like, at first I'm like, oh, is everything okay? You know, like, I'll try to, you know, open up that conversation, I'll try to, you know, be like, encourage them to speak up. You know, if I see that something's up, I'm like, oh,
also another thing, you have to remember that Final Fantasy also have a rather large community of like console players who plays with a controller. That makes it kind of hard to like type.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing. If they added in like a quick chat thing to say I'm struggling, you know, or they have got, I think they have got one that says I'm not sure.
I think one thing that Final Fantasy could benefit from, you know how World of Warcraft have this function that you can actually speak in game? It's like if they implemented that with like the console, you know, function of like, you know, having a mic or whatever, like they usually use PlayStation, whatever it's called, to like talk with each other anyway. Most PlayStation players who like plays online in any like shape or form usually have a headset of some sort that they can use for communication.
Like that. Like, that's the thing, like, if they did that, it's like, oh, I'm sure. Now, if they say it in a language that, like, I will ask if they, I'll try to, you know, see if we can figure out a way to bridge, because communication barriers are going to happen. In fact, there's a lass that likes me that I think English is like her third or fourth language. And it does show. Like, she's, like, you can still, like, typed out English is pretty decent, but I've never actually heard them speak because they feel like they're not good enough at speaking English. Now, of course, being around me, probably not the best example. I have got quite a weird accent that's probably not going to make it any easier. But that's the thing, you know, I would still work with them. I would try my best, you know, it's like, if I see you struggling, I would try to... I do then put in the effort to try and slow down my speech and, you know, try and be, you know, contain my accent to make it easier to understand. I don't mind doing that, you know, to try and bridge a language barrier. Now, unfortunately, there's only so much I can do because, like, I don't speak other languages. So that kind of limits my effectiveness beyond that. But, like, little things like just, you know, slowing down and make myself easy to understand. That seems like a rather small thing to do that could be a big help. And I see that my... Oh, what is my synapse doing? Razor's broken it a bit. Yeah, I'll get to the bottom of that. But like I said, that's something small. Yeah, and it's easy enough for me to do. Because normally, as you can hear, I'm generally a pretty fast talker. And that's the way that the accent, the people of Yorkshire do.
It have nothing to do with that. So, other MMOs, you will be kicked for even playing a class. If you admit that you're new, it's like, we take the Sprout function of Final Fantasy XIV, transfer that to World of Warcraft, and I guarantee you that that person will never get access to a single dungeon.
Yeah, and that is a problem with World of Warcraft that World of Warcraft really needs to address.
True, they're not going to, but you know, that. But
well, that's the thing with the severe exodus. I think that eventually they might realize we have to do something. Because the thing you have to remember is that, yeah, it's like, the moment World of Warcraft ain't hurting too bad, but Asmongold, where has he moved to?
He haven't moved 100%.
Yeah, but he has kind of like just, you know, he's at least trialing it.
True, and that's the reason for the current exodus going on.
Yeah. Okay, why is my mouse not being recognised? Ah, bloody hell. Right. Unplugged it, plugged it back in. Let's see if that does. There we go. For some reason, yeah, for some reason my thing wasn't being detected in Synapse. Gotta love glitches there. Well, that's the thing, yeah. So, I think that's the thing, you know, we need to realise that. I think they have to realise that, yeah, that Final Fantasy is not World of Warcraft. Now, yes,
again,
it was inspired by it, and I think that's it. I understand that something like that is going to take time. You know, it's not something that could just flip a switch overnight. Which is when it comes to lower level dungeons, I understand. Well, you know, especially if there's a sprite, it's like, okay. You know, we're here to learn, you know. Like, this is the perfect place to learn a lower level dungeon. I think, and I will have way more patience there. But if it's something like, say, let's say Twinning, which is a level 80 dungeon, and I can say that one because it does not spoil a thing. In fact, they specifically called it that to avoid spoilers. With that one, that's a level 80 dungeon. When you're at level 80, I'm going to expect a certain degree of competence. But in something like Sestasha, which is the first dungeon, you know, I'm not going to expect competence. I'm going to expect things to go horribly wrong. And I'm happy to work with people to try and resolve those. So that's another thing that I take into account. The higher the level of the dungeon, you know, the less tolerance I'm going to have, you know, for like very, very basic stuff like...
Yeah, but again, people boost. That simple.
And if you're boosting, you should take the time to at least study. That's the thing. If you're to... Well, and by study, I mean like, you know, practicing things and trying to get a feel for it. Like, I will still provide some, like I say, like, even up to including, like, level 70 stuff, which is where the boost goes to, I will have a decent amount of tolerance. You know, because the boost takes you to level 70. So, in that sense, you know, like, with that one, like, level 80, like the top level stuff, the boost does not go to that level. I'm going to expect a certain degree of competence there. But that's thing. But by that I mean the basics of your class.
See,
It's like with tanks, knowing to use tanks.
I know that a lot of people will disagree with me for saying this, but I don't agree. It's like I feel that if you boost, you should be confident at what you boosted to, and I don't give a shit. It's like, even if you boost, go back to Satasha, learn your class, come back. It's like, I know this is a harsh opinion, but
yeah, well that's the view I have, but at the same time I understand that people aren't going to do that because they just want to rush to get to endgame. And that's a lot of reason why people boost. So I do tend to take that into account. Now I'm going to be a bit more grumbly about it because, like, you don't know what to do. But I will grumble to myself, maybe.
okay,
like that.
I look at it this way. So, let's say that you could skip classes in high school and go straight to, like, the highest grade, if you wanted to. Should it be the teacher's responsibility to make sure that you now suddenly, with zero knowledge, can handle, the highest, the final exam? No, it should not. If they decide to go to the final class, they'll have to study themselves in their own extra time to catch up with everyone else.
Yeah, and I agree with that, and I do feel like Square Enix could do more too. So,
honestly, they have done everything they can. Unlike World of Warcraft, every single dungeon in this game is still relevant. So even if you buy a level 870 boost, I don't give a shit. You have the ability right now to click Satasha, bam, you limit it to the skills you originally had, and you can play through the dungeons until you feel comfortable on your class. It's like, there is no other MMO that does more for you as a new player than Final Fantasy does.
And here's the problem. Here's my counter to that. Yes, they do more than other MMOs, but I do feel like there's one more thing that they can do. So what if, let's say, like, we've got, like, Hall of the Novice. What if they made it so there was a thing that you boosted your class, before it became available to use in Duty Finder, there was a little duty you had to do, a solo duty. You
already have that. The novice thingy.
They've made that so that's mandatory if you boost.
No, it isn't, but I don't think that will help you. It's not enough. Honestly,
here's the thing. I'm not thinking Hall of the Novice. I'm talking like something, that goes through and teaches you through the basic mechanics of the class. But things like the job get. Let's take
limit break this dude. Oh well, please. Anyone? Limit break? No. Oh, we just kill him. Okay, never mind.
Oh, your ninja disconnected. But that's the thing now, like I say, with that one, I feel like, let's take Black Mage. You boost your Black Mage level 70, right? It takes you through a thing that talks you through it and has you work through the things to get to it, that teaches you the basics. You go in, and then when you go into dungeons, there's a certain degree of competence you can expect.
I don't agree, because the boost is meant for someone like me who want to roll on a different server and already have done my class. It's like the way I see boost is different.
But they haven't limited it to that.
True.
Now, if they made it so it would check. Do you have a level? Do you have a level 70 Black Mage on another character?
Oh, I 200% feel, and this might be, someone hating me for saying this, but in my opinion, if you want to boost, you should have a class in that category already at that level as a minimum in that dungeon. I also personally feel that if you want to story skip, should you have, one character past that, and, that's, very controversial, but it's how I feel. It's like, in my opinion, if you want to boost let's say you play Paladin, level 70 Paladin, 80 Paladin, I don't give a shit, and you decide, hey, I actually want to play Dark Knight, but I don't feel like leveling it up from scratch. fine, you can boost because you already have the skill set of the Paladin, which will
Oh,
very much carry over to the Dark Knight.
So it's smart. So with that one, you're like, it's like say you've already got all the fundamentals of programming through say C#, and it's just like swapping to Java.
But yeah, that's the thing. So
It's just understanding the syntax of the Dark Knight instead of the syntax of the Paladin.
yeah, but
That I can understand. I feel like it should be a case of that they should make sure that you have that actual class at that level or higher. I feel like if they're going to limit it, I feel like it should be that. You know, on the basis that way you've already got the syntax. It's a case, like you say, it's for...
I could be loose regarding DPS and say if you already have 1 DPS at that level, it's fine. But honestly, I have to be cruel. I would say you need a magical range DPS at that level. You need a physical range DPS. You need a melee DPS, because the thing is, the skills of let's say a level 80 machinist is not the same as a level 80 monk. But you know, that's fair.
I would say with the DPS, you actually have to be even harsher than that because everyone plays very different way.
Yes, but you still know that if you played, and this is where I just say DPS is fine. It's like you still play, let's say, you know, the just arbitrary class you can start with. Let's say Dragoon. Let's say you have an 80 Dragoon. You played it through from like the very beginning.
Oh, you mean the floor tank?
I do. Honestly, Samurai have taken that role up by now with glorious strides. Anyway,
God, do I want to know about that?
But to go back to it, just like when you play through the entire game as, let's say, a Dragoon, most of the dungeon mechanics and stuff you learn, you know, to get out of shit and etc., it very much carries over from like DPS to DPS. It's not much different. Sure, the rotation is different, but that's just learning a class.
It's just that just go back to the whole syntax thing, right?
Yeah. So where I would argue is like, I genuinely feel that coming in is like someone from World of Warcraft. Like, let's say you are hardcore raider in World of Warcraft. Of course, you know, a lot of skills will carry over, but some skills will not carry over. So, but
and also
let's
we
say you
have
come
to,
from
and we also,
from
and
World of Warcraft.
also the thing we have to understand with that is how many people are boosting just because they want to play with their friends. You know, like we can't assume that everyone that comes over and does that is a World of Warcraft veteran. Like,
honestly,
I have quite a few hours. I have quite a decent number of hours in World of Warcraft, not as many as Final Fantasy or RuneScape, but still a fairly respectable number. I did play it for quite a while.
Honestly, I disagree 100%. If your friend refused to play with you because you're starting a new character in Final Fantasy, they're shit friends. Final Fantasy is the one MMO that truly allows you to play and enjoy the game with new players because of the level sync. You can do Satasha with them. You can do, you know, get him to 50. You can do Primal.
Yeah, and here's another thing.
You can do whatever.
And here's another thing. You know, like say that friend, they just want to be bum rushed through the dungeons. Okay, I feel like they're missing out on learning opportunities, but the option's there. What can you do? Okay, high up with them, unsync it, bum rush through it as you level 80.
They don't really learn anything through that though, but...
That's what I'm saying, they're missing a learning opportunity, but the option's there for you to have a friend bum rush you through it at high speed. Like you say, Final Fantasy is really a game that really helps bring people together. Like, the mechanics are designed around this idea of, you know, working together.
My entire point is, if you need to boost to play with your friends, they're shit friends. Because
I'm
no
happy,
instance...
like I've got a friend who wants to play Final Fantasy, you know, they can't afford the game or sub, fortunately, but when they're able to, they'd love to play it. And they've already told me I'm not allowed to spoil anything related to Final Fantasy because once they're in a position financially to be able to do it, they are planning to do it, and I think they're going to be coming to my realm and probably marrying me.
Yeah, it's
but
fine.
That's the thing, but they want help through those lower levels? Absolutely. I will take my healer or my tank, or if they're taking one, I can go as a DPS if that's what's needed. I will absolutely do that. Go in, we can level sync it, and I would level sync it because I want them, you know, to be able to feel the story. Like, I would take whatever class I am, I would just play at the competence level I am. If they're healer, I would probably go tank though, and if they're tanking, I'm probably going to go healer anyways, just simply because I'm better at those roles.
My only point here is, if you feel you need to like boost your character to level 70 without any experience in the game to play with your friends, either A, you don't understand what the game is about, B, you have shit friends. No offense to say it, but this is the one game. Look at Asmongold. He is having a fucking blast playing through the original primals. He's not boosting. There's so much content to do with the person.
Yeah, and
only
that's
thing
what
they
I
need
said.
to do is like accept, okay, I'm not going to progress in my raid this week. I'm going to take some time out for my friend.
Yeah. Now, I would still be, if I was in a static, I would be working with them, you know, to try and balance out that, you know, so I'm still not letting my static down. But at the same time, I would still make time for that friend that's joining, you know, for them to be able to level 2. Like, I would work with them to be able to do that, so they can still play with me. But if I've got other commitments that I need to deal with, I can still handle those other commitments. I don't think that makes me a shit friend, you know, for balancing that out.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying...
And I'm saying... But that's the thing. That's the thing that stops me from being a shit friend there, is the fact that I, despite my commitments, which I would still obviously have to do, I would still make time for that new friend to help them with it, you know, so that even if it just means you're getting them quicker queue, so they're not stuck in queue for forever and a day, you know, by taking my heal or my tank, essentially pushing them through the DPS queue. But at the same time, I would be happy to play with them and help them. Now, the solo duties that they have to do, you know, the ones that I can't join with, then, yeah, I'd say, unfortunately, this is a solo. I can't do this with you. As much as I'd love to, I can't, so good luck. You know, with that one, but I'd still, you know, give them lists to and from places. Like, I'm happy to do all of that and be, you know, there for them. Now, I wish that there was a way to level sync in the overworld outside of Fates. You know, so if, let's say, they're killing, you know, if, let's say they need to kill some mobs, you know, for it, you know, like, as part of the question, I can still come in and help them kill it, you know, and they'll still get XP for it because I'm level synced down. You know, because that's still there's still quite a bit of XP that comes from the overworld mobs, and I don't want to lose that by being tied up with me and I just bum rush those enemies down.
Yeah,
but unfortunately, I can't do that. But it is, but in the grand scheme of things, that is, in the overall amount of XP you get through the MSQ, the XP you get from killing overworld mobs that are part of the quest is a very tiny fraction of that, so it's not the end of the world if they don't get that.
Overworld stuff is such a small part of the game, but, you know, I don't blame them for not going out of the way to make systems.
Yeah, like I say, it's like the other things give much more XP, you know, like, that isn't affected by that, so therefore it is just a minor part. That's what I'm saying. It'd be a nice to have, but I get, you know, it's not a priority for Square Enix. It's just something that I would still like to see, because it would make the level sync even better, and it would help them feel even more apace with it, you know.
But you basically, my point returns to the whole aspect of you don't need to boost to be able to play this game with your friends.
Exactly, because that is such a small part. If you use that little bit of XP, yeah, you might have to do a couple more side quests to, you know, to bring up the XP, or maybe a roulette or two to make up that XP. But like you say, it is such a small amount that it's nothing that can't be worked around, you know. You know, so it's just, like I say, nice to have, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and it's not the world. And it doesn't change the fact that you can still play without needing to boost. And like I say, my friend that wants to experience story, they're not going to plan to boost. Even if the financial situation allowed it, they would probably not boost. They'd probably be like, they'd probably end up dragging me through, you know, like help, you know, getting them to level up and stuff, which I'd be like, well, I mean, this is a friend of mine. I get to spend time with them. What's not to love about that, you know? And that's it, I would happily help them with it, do stuff synced, or if they need, I would probably not, if they specifically asked to be bum rushed through a dungeon, yeah, I'd simply be like, right, I'll just bring out one of my high levels, or bum rush it through it.
But honestly, it's like even I could decide to be bum rushed through a dungeon when I don't feel like doing a dungeon right now in here, and It's like, but the whole
Yeah, for
fact
story
is, if
purposes.
you've done every other dungeon nearby, it's like a single dungeon skip is not going to, then you will just experience it normally later. But my whole aspect is those people who like know nothing of the game, grab a random ninja, like boost it to level 70, and then immediately goes into like a level 70 dungeon, not even knowing, you know, how much rest function.
Yeah. Like I say, with that one, like I say, that's what I feel like, yeah. But that's the thing, like, I say, like, if they limit it, but because they haven't, it's like, yeah, you just got to deal with that. And I can see your viewpoint. It's like, they should just be expected to go back and learn. And I agree, they should. But I think I'm also of the mind that I understand that this is going to happen. I'm just being too optimistic that they do that. You know, that's things I would try to do that. And I think that's where yeah, but your point is very valid. It's a very fair point to make. They should go back and they should learn. And I cannot argue against that because I agree.
Honestly,
but
like,
again,
let's say you boost today, it really will not take you more than a day of just doing random like earlier dungeons and going like, okay, so this is how my class functions at this level. You could even like do 10 level increments and do like level 14, then do like randomly the level 31. Just so you
50,
get like
15, 25, 35, 45, 50. And then I would say with that one, maybe every 5 levels, so 55, 60, 65, 70. You know, with that one, like I say, like, because once you get to Heaven's War and beyond, you know, the things do become a bit tighter, you know, so there's not as much, can't have such a big level gap, but that's what I'd say, you know, and that's the way that I would approach it. And the reason I say 45 to 50 is because 50 is where big changes happen. You know, it's good to do that. But again, you know, like learning that little by little, oh dear, that did not go well, did it?
not very well.
Oh dear. But yeah, like I said, I feel like a lot of it we are kind of on similar pages.
Yeah.
Let's change the nice. Even on there. Like I say, I'm not gonna. I try to be reasonable. Like I say, I will take the time to try and teach them. But at the same time, if they're not listening, I don't really want to waste my time dealing with that. I'd rather take the 30-minute penalty. Just go off, have a drink, you know, have a snack and stuff, do something else, and then try again. Now, yeah, this is something I think as well that we... Like I say, I have played at high levels, and I've dealt with that. And like I say, I'm willing to take the time, because if you don't try to nurture the newer players, you know, help them learn and get better at the game, how are they supposed to improve? And these positive experiences, you know, where people have... Is that red mage wearing metallic?
I don't know. Isn't the red mage practically like...
Oh no, it's just the... No, it's not dyeable. But yeah, red mage and that's it. And that's another thing that, you know, that I would say to any new players is that there is a lot of... When we say that glamour, you know, aka the looks, is true endgame, we're not joking. This game does put quite a hefty focus on it. And, you know, like, I have it myself. Like, I think you've seen my character, haven't you, Nyx, what she wears on healer. And I think you're about to go boom.
Yeah, I am. They're going to die in a second.
Oh. Age!
Hey! I cannot allow myself to get a single stack more.
Why is that just gonna hurt? Oh, God. And you... Oof. I love that you're letting them handle it, and you're just like, yeah, I'm just... But yeah, that's the thing, so... Yeah, with that, like I say, like, my healer tends to wear a massive dress.
Who went boom?
I don't know, but you did apparently. And you died. But you beat. Oh, you got res. Like I say, when it comes to that, I actually prefer not to accept the res if the boss is almost, if the boss has died. I prefer to respawn, so I haven't got that weakness debuff.
Yeah, true. But
Yeah, that's the thing. I tend to do it. It's like, oh, a boss is dead, because I tend to play healer. Oh, there's nothing, there's no wall there to worry about. You're just laying there waiting for a res. Just go back to spawn. I straight up refuse to res them. Because with that one, it's not worth it. You're going to be able to take a teleport right there. You're going to...
So many people refuse to move before they get rest, though. It's kind of like...
Yeah, and they've been known when I've been only been able to res. They've just been laying there for about 10 minutes and not being res. They finally get the message that I'm not resing them.
Yeah, but you look at it this way. It's like, they will just see it as, hey, free dungeon, I don't have to do anything. It's the same kind of people that go to Crystal Tower and then go to McDonald's. It's like...
Wait, that's actually... Oh, I've been known to do it as well, that if I see someone who's, it's not, he's deliberately trying to off it, I've been known to officiate and have successful vote kicks on them.
Wait, you're not aware that it's a thing that people goes like into the Crystal Tower or something like that, and then goes AFK at the beginning of the dungeon?
I knew they'd be slacking, but going into McDonald's?
I kid you not.
That is new to me.
That's the thing. I was like, not necessarily at McDonald's, but there's so many who literally just goes into the game, then queues up, and then we go watch a TV show or sort of something completely different, just expecting to be carried because no one cares that a single person or two is gone.
In 24-mans, especially the early ones, it's a bit easier to deal with. But when you're also, I cannot see that name. Is that JPM?
Yeah.
The purple is hard to read. But yeah, like I say, that is just impressive. That I shouldn't be surprised by it, but I actually am.
It is a thing. It's a genuine thing.
I thought I'd seen it all because I've been playing for so long, but even I'm finding out people are doing 11,000 hours in. It's insane.
The dungeon, the let's just say Crystal Tower, it takes roughly like 50 to 20 minutes. How quickly can you jump out of the car and jump in a drive-thru from McDonald's?
I have been known to order food during downtime, to have it delivered.
Yeah, but it was like...
Because Uber Eats, Deliveroo and Just Eat are absolute godsends. Anyone who lives in Britain will be able to attest to that, especially if you feel like, oh, I can't cook today, I'm just gonna order. I've got a friend that wants Mackies, but I'm like, unfortunately, I cannot afford to do that. Yeah, because normally I would, but I'm like, I can't, because I just last night bought them a cosplay. I'm wanting to do that, because... Have you heard of a game called Darkstalkers?
Oh no, I haven't.
Yeah, because my friend is cosplaying a character from that. X1 MST3 love you, Steph. Who?
That's an emote on Twitch, and because I'm using this custom chat, pulls the emotes doesn't work.
Which emote is that one?
Steph's emote, custom emote on Twitch.
Which Steph? Is that Eternal Steph?
No.
Don't recognise it then, because the only Steph I know is Eternal Steph HD, who was a mixer partner. You might remember her yourself. Yeah, because it doesn't help that I'm watching over on YouTube. I should probably swap over to Twitch so I can keep track of those That's it. But that's the thing, because obviously, I've got my account back for Twitch, so I can be in this voice chat. I can watch you on Twitch. Oh yeah, there is a spout there. It's the Sarah. Oh god, why am I yawning?
I was just explaining this bus.
Yeah. That's the same I saw that. Yeah, but like I said, my friend is going to be cosplaying as Morrigan from Darkstrider. I'm looking forward to. Looking forward to seeing that. Although I want to start doing my own cosplay at some point, but yeah. Although, yeah, can you imagine me cosplaying my aura though, Nyx? That is going to be a thing, and that's going to be pretty. Yeah, if I'm being honest with you, Nyx.
Ow. Oh, wow, I survived. How the fuck did I survive? That was the clutchest heal I've ever seen.
that white mage be doing work. That white mage is really doing it. But yeah, that's sick. So, well, on the subject, I feel like you should try cosplaying your cat girl, Nyx.
Oh fuck! I did a dumb. I'm dead.
Actually, here's one. So for anyone that's in chat, is the chat able to hear me?
Yes, everyone is able to hear you.
Right, so this is one for chat. Those of you that are in chat, how many of you would like to see Nyx cosplay her cat girl from Final Fantasy?
I was doing that for years, my cat ear headphones.
But I'm on about full on in the full attire that your cat girl wears, the face paint, the whiskers, the works. Like a full on cosplay.
It's like, I think you underestimate how,
all I heard was cat girls. So you want to see Nyx do a full tilt cosplay of her Mikote, like with the hairstyle, should I probably have to use it? Well, I don't think you would need to use a wig for it. I think you just need like some hair tie and stuff. The face paint, so you'd want to see her do all that, JPM? Yes, full glam. Like I'm gonna be doing with my aura. That's gonna be interesting though. I'm a bloke and I'm gonna be wearing a full-on princess dress in cosplay. That's gonna be a thing. That's gonna be a sight. Yeah, I think JPM likes the idea of that, Nick, so... Am I roping you into something here, I wonder? I love the way that JPM was like, all I heard was cat girl, so yes.
Honestly, I miss my headphones a tiny bit, but not too much, I guess. It was just impossible to keep buying new headphones.
Yeah, like I said, I've got some Audio Technicas that I'm gonna be taking these and the Razer Opus headphones that I bought when I go to see my best friend. She's got the ones with clip-on kitty ears. I'm going to go to her and see if they fit on my Audio Technicas, because apparently they fit on a wide variety. Like Shadow managed to fit them on some headphones that aren't Razer. Let's see if they'll fit on my clip-ons, will fit on my Audio Technicas. Because if they do, I'm going to be getting some. I'll be getting some
Honestly,
just
I don't think
what-
those clip-on like cat ear thingies look very good. It's just like my opinion, but compared to like my original cat ear headset, it's like everything Razer have done just feels cheap in comparison.
Yeah. But I use a full suite of Razer gear, although I have got stuff that isn't Razer. That's the thing. I don't mind Razer, but I do know I'm paying a bit of a premium for it. But I am an admin for the Razer Discord, so there is an expectation that I'm going to simp for Razer. So.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. Also, wow, these things are going on. But yeah. Like I said, I know me and my best friend are both going to be cosplaying our Auras. So she's yeah, this is going to be fun though, because she plays a Rain, whereas I play a Zayla. I do like my Zayla though. I'm not going to lie, my Zayla is... Because that's the thing I managed to pull off with my Zayla. She is both dainty and fierce at the same time. And I love it. Just, yeah. Because what I like about it is that with this one, it's like, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, it's like, I've got the princess attire on. It's like, oh yeah, I look very regal. But if you mess around with it, I'm going to royally fuck your day up. I don't know how I managed to get my aura to look so flexible for that sort of stuff, but yeah. I feel like the front pointed horns have something to do with it, though. Also, is Lynn still asleep?
No, he was in here saying hello.
Oh, right, so he was running the... But he's not joining in the voice chat, is he? Or is he just...
He was kind of staying out because you were talking for the most part. Like,
Oh.
also, I'm just solo queuing at the moment. So he's just relaxing.
And hearing a very awkward British accent.
No, but you have to remember, when you have too many people in voice and stream, it gets hard for the viewers to tell apart who it is. Hence, I prefer not having more than 1 or 2 people in here max. Unless you're doing a dungeon with set person. So you kind of like hijack that spot yourself.
Yeah. Sec. No, it's fine. Because the fact is, I'm the one that's talking so much. Didn't even get a chance to finish my sentence. But yeah, that's the thing, like... I agree with that, you know, it's like, I think it depends on the situation. If you're doing like a discussion or a debate kind of thing, you know, it's not too bad, but just like general chat, yeah, like 2 or 3 people...
I'm even having a hard time speaking over you as the streamer. Imagine just 1 more person. Hence, if you're not doing content with that person, I never have more than 1 person. Does that make sense? Like, if you're all in the same dungeon, it makes sense. But...
Well, I apologise for hijacking your stream, for a start. I clearly don't realise that I'm told I talk too much, but I often don't realise just how bad I am with it. So yeah, like I say, I apologise. Are you just explaining again?
yeah, we have a Sprout in here who doesn't know it, so I'm being polite and actually
no, it's just
because
It's just because you went quiet and I gone quiet because I wanted to stop overpowering the stream. But you were typing out and not talking. It's like created a bit of an awkward silence.
It's fine. This was the dungeon that really taught me that I don't like, I don't enjoy the targeting of, what do you call it, too much. Ah, my bad.
Yeah, the tab targeting isn't.
Don't apologize at all.
Yeah.
It was basically Paladin I was calling out.
Yeah, you were being very quiet. It was me that, like I say, was being the overpowering one. But if you've got stuff to do, you've got stuff to do, so we'll see you around. But I do think there is...
Aww, poor thing. You used limit break
right after they teleport. Oh, that's gutting.
It's not too bad, but just like, eh.
But you still feel bad for him. Yeah, that's it. I think there's one other situation where having it, that would even. I suppose if you're streaming together, you are playing this stuff together anyway, so you've already covered that base. Trovocast? How does that work? That's interesting. That's interesting that they've added that. The Trovocast. That does look like it's. You think you'll ever use Trovocast, or?
I really don't play mobile games, so.
Yeah.
It's good for people who do play mobile games and stuff, but yeah. Anyway, I will be right back. Give me 2 minutes.
I'll be right back. And
Morning. What?
Oi.
Morning.
Morning. Are you finally awake?
sorta.
She says hi.
Hey, jeez. Have you all remembered to drink?
I just did. I just did.
Oh, that's
But our ice cube machine doesn't work, so taking a bigger jug of water in here is not super convenient. Sadness.
There is 4 ice containers in the fridge, you know?
Are there actually anything in them then?
I don't know. It's not me emptying them. I don't fill them up again.
Oh god, I'm so bad at handling them. Anyway, so to decide, what about we just do the dungeon that you needed for your MSQ?
Okay.
And now that Lynn's here, I'm going to bid you farewell, Nyx. I'll just watch.
No worries, it's like I am watching the chat, so feel free to just throw questions in there.
Bye.
Bye. Hey! Nyxie the Paladin. Such skill. Much majesty.
It's actually quite nice, that shield. Why am I quality for 80? That's just disgusting.
You mean on Twitch? That's because it's set to auto and you're likely playing something.
No, it was
tapped
40.
out. I guarantee you that is like,
Really?
I'm not streaming at 480p.
Yeah, no, I just upped it.
Oh no, it's fine, Paladin. I was just simply explaining how unless you are, like, I'm doing content with set group of people, do I prefer not having more people in here than one at a time, because otherwise you will just end up clashing with different, you know, conversation points. And the more people you're at, the harder it is to manage. So it's like
Try
if you have
joining a Discord with 20 people or something like that.
it's like sure, if you're all doing the same dungeon, you know, it makes sense to have them all on voice because you're all doing the same content, you know, you're on one mind. But if you're like one person is doing one thing and another person is doing another thing, just having much more than 2 or 3 people
Have
is
I
already
just run into a map run? Really? Is that a thing in fact? I have never seen this before.
Oh yeah, there's a whole thing if you go into it's not player search, is it? No, it's
No, right now I'm in the French, and I just logged in, and there was, I don't know, 30 mounts just flying over the portal. And now they're sort of, you know, like in Guild Wars, just traveling together.
Yeah, so there's 2
sort
reasons
of a
people.
mentor or something like that.
So people are doing that for 2 reasons. One, they could be opening, oh, what are they called again? Those treasure thingies together, or B, it could be a hunt run. That's what we do. Like 100 people just go together, and then they take like every single hunt in the game.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know this would be an instance. I just joined a single instance.
Oh no, it's fine.
Oh,
Honestly,
it's my
I've-
white mage quest.
I really look forward to like cross-realm data center travel. I miss Equi as well.
It didn't look like a fade because there was they just sort of made a pattern, and I don't know why they stopped. They stopped a couple of times and just was looking.
Okay, that
Doesn't
is
seem
a
like-
90% chance likely a treasure hunt.
It could be. That would make sense actually.
So one thing this game makes very big use of, which I've never really encouraged you to use, is the party finder.
Oh,
And there's so many parts of it. It's like, where will be different things. So, you know, there's one tab called World, I believe, now.
Yeah. I just never seen it before, and yeah, no, I will not be using that. I'm more of a lone wolf, so I just roam the world freely.
It is fairly, you know, useful if you want to do like higher end content. So there's right here, it's like, you know, Bowl of Embers Extreme. That's the way to actually get to do that kind of content if you decide to do it instead of trying to like just queue it. Oh no, jeez, it's fine. And first of all, you did exactly what I allow people to do. It's like, you're free to jump into the voice. Even like here when I have Lynn, I even at one point like added so you guys could see, you know, the stream real time. But all I ask is that you mute yourself. It's like, you're free to like listen real time as much what you prefer. But the rule is quite simple, and that is to like try to prevent clutter on the stream, and that is unless, you know, you're doing actual content with us, or like let's say we're doing dungeons or whatever, do I usually prefer to only have one person with me back and forth. And it's just because if you get much more than that and you're not doing like content together, it just becomes people like trying to like yell over each other, and it makes people more confused than it, you know, improves anything. But no, Cheese, you basically came in, said hi, and muted yourself.
Sorry, I'm a little confused. I don't know what's happening.
Oh no, I was just replying to Chi. I was explaining in the chat how, you know, for the stream's sake and keeping, you know, communication clean, that I don't want like 4 people randomly joining in who is each doing something random. You know, it makes more sense that if you have multiple people, it's because you, Holy and I are all doing the same dungeon, you know, because then you are off a shared purpose. But let's say we have 5 people who one's playing Overwatch, the other one is doing something else. You don't have that string to tie you together, which just ends up with, you know, people like speaking over each other and like clashing in on, you know, conversations. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. Just try to YouTube and search for Discord, sing together, and see how much of a mess that is.
It is a thing about balance, you know. Anyway, Lynn, you ended up doing an instance of something,
Yeah,
right?
I'm done with it. I'm done.
Okay, great. And we were going, let me just swap to something.
if it was my quest, then my MSQ right now is the drowned city of Scala. And because I don't know this one and it's MSQ, I would pretty much
I'm
like
already
to skip
swapping to
Paladin.
healer. It's fine.
Fine.
Okay, I'm swapping to healer. I can actually play. Give me a moment. Let's see. Drowned City of Scala. Here we go.
Not because I don't trust when you guide me through a dungeon, even as a healer, but mostly of the time you say, look out for this, and when it's never happening.
And here we go. Invite to party.
And pop.
Enjoy. No, it's like everyone is like have different things they're more comfortable at. It's like
Ooh,
I said, I
use a
prefer
shower too.
I prefer to not run like clean dungeons with like barrier or like scholar because it's just easier to be reactionary.
Oops. That was no wise again. Party and then this. I really think I should opt out of no wise. I don't use it and it confuses me. Yeah, you're a healer, so that's fine. Ooh. More squeaky squeak. Oopsie, I missed one. There.
No, that was what I was trying to explain before, Cheese. It's like, I really feel that if you feel you need to boost in this game to, like, play with friends, then you have shit friends. The entire game can be enjoyed if, like, because I can just scale down to you. So by the time we get to, like, level 16 and want to do Satasha, it's like, there's nothing stopping me from just doing it with you. And, you know, I'm still getting rewarded and I'm still having fun. And I'll just happily, you know, guide you and teach you as you go along.
My warrior is nearly the same level as my paladin. I only use paladin as my main, so MSQ and everything that's for myself, I use paladin. And my warrior I've used every time I should scale down to someone else, just to get it into some level. It should reach the same level as mine. You don't know how many times I've joined into small dungeons just because fun. It's really no concern
All
saying all the
content's
content
relevant.
over and over again. It's exactly what Final Fantasy is for. Oh, I forgot I had that power now.
Yeah, Cheese joined us on Lich. I'm just waiting for him to, like, go like, hey, Nyx, help me with Satasha, or help me with Tantara, or, you know, whatever. Oh, look about a Kelpie.
Horse.
A Kelpie.
Horse.
It is a water horse that will drown you. Because it's evil.
Horse. Oops, that was wrong.
Yoink. The whole point of a Kelpie is it will drown you.
But that one has hooves, so it's more basically just a horse.
Ah, my bad.
I blocked that one perfectly. Wow.
I'm like semi-zoning out.
Again.
Ah well.
Does this work?
Oh fuck.
No.
I made a mistake. Oh, come on.
Oh, okay, so that's to it, not from it. Okay. Oh no.
Do, 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 do.
Oh, I also need some time to clean up my inventory, I think, because my weapon chest is just full.
Yeah. Oh, look at that guy. I love the animation of that dude. Oops, wrong person. Honestly, the paladins, I was not even remotely paying attention to the boss. It's just like, does it hurt? No? Okay, then fine.
Is that not how it should be?
I feel that you don't really get punished enough. It's like, in fact, I'm not going to lie. It's like, I very quickly realized that you don't even get punished for like messing up. So it's just like, meh.
More. I want more. And when we activate those. Ouch, 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 ouch.
Oh, he's dead. Keep it dead.
Who?
The samurai who literally ate everything.
I even avoided it, so he has no excuse for that.
Well, he don't agree. I'm actually more impressed that he didn't die. But no, he was likely executing the eye or whatever it's called, and like, I have to stand still because my DPS.
Bitch.
Eh?
That's not a thing.
God damn it.
Oi, what's that thing called?
The old
I've
one.
seen that one. I've seen something like that before. It's weird.
I honestly don't remember any boss in this game being anything else than tank like this dungeon being anything else than tank spank.
Nah.
I might
It
be wrong
seems
in
like it.
saying this, but
I think you
Or-
should take these ones.
yeah, I just need to
But-
die.
Yeah. That's just a DPS check, so
Whoosh.
that's normal.
Hey,
I'm a bunny! That's fun. Oops. I got it. Was that? That was just a limit break.
Yep.
Ah.
Me.
Oh, people have to learn. I really don't have space for this.
I don't have room for anything either. I was like, I've just been
Have
like,
2 slots more.
I've just been discarding everything recently. Yoink.
Come on. Oh, you cannot. Oops. That was my fault. Okay. That one I didn't control.
Whee!
Ghosty
Look at how
balls.
glorious we are. Ah. Still went through. There's a lot of really good side dungeons here in Stormblood.
Oh, that one hurt.
No, it doesn't. I should be trying some of these dungeons with like my scholar to see if I can like wrangle the scholar. But just like, I don't know, my Astro just feels comfortable. That's the way it is. I never really feel worried that, you know, whee.
One slot remaining in your inventory. Okay.
Perfect timing.
He's a big boy and I'm gonna slap him in his face with my shield. Oh, yeah, I looked away. Wow, really?
Eh. Sorry.
No, I was paralyzed. I looked away though, so I don't know.
I honestly didn't even pay attention to that fact.
No, it was I. Again,
Yeah,
and if you look
I know.
on it, it would be hypnotized.
Oh, one thing I will recommend, and I don't know if you have it, if you change your keyboard layout to legacy mode, can you basically look at the boss and then just press W, and then your character turns around without you need.
I don't like that. I'm more or less keeping my right mouse button and then turning away. But,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But the reason I'm pointing it out is it allows you to like still stare at the boss in the face. Ow. While, you know, not being hit by mechanics. Neat.
Butt eggs! More butt eggs!
Buddy. Giving it to the dancer. I swear, like, spending poetics right and left and random things to, like, spend them, and I fill out just as quickly.
That one sounds aim. That's I. That hands. Oh, damn. Oh god, Disney Plus is now spamming me down because I dared to unsubscribe from them. And it's all, you'll get discounts if you resign.
Come back, we have Discovery Channel. It's like, great. Fair enough. Everyone is welcome. Let's see. I got a Tunberry card. I already have a Tunberry card. Like, hey, I already have it. Let's see. Anything here of remotely useful? Not at all. So translation. Givet att vi redan använder. Mentor of mentors? Really?
Is that a typo?
Apparently it is.
Wow. You know, with the quality of mentors right now, I would not even bear that title.
Oh. It's like, you won't even get all the seals from this. Do you still want to turn in? Yes, great. Now I'm 80 out of 80. If you need me to buy anything for you, let me know, because I'm back to like 80 out of 80 seals.
Oh. I don't exactly need you to buy anything.
No, but just if there's any materials you know you're going to need in the future.
Not right now, no. I don't know anything because I'm leveling them, so it's more or less new here. Each time. But thank you.
No worries.
Could take a look for which one is easy to convert and then see if there's anything that could be sold.
Another alternative is just to buy myself a bunch of like experience thingies, but you can only get that from like below, so Serpent flooring, regal pepper, serpent hatchling. I basically bought everything that like you can buy so far. I could start spamming free Aetheryte tickets or whatever. Or just return back to buying more glam prisms. I swear it's like all of my tokens have basically, if you haven't been asking me to like buy you some crafting material, all of my things have basically just been going like, oh, either glam prisms or like venture tokens. Could buy moonstones to turn in for Gil. Are they worth anything? Is this here where you get moonstone from?
I was thinking of something that you could craft easily, but yeah. I think moonstone, is that not the stone that you can buy in miner? You can buy it for guild too. So
I'm not really seeing the moonstone item. I think it's needed for legendary. I wouldn't be surprised. Like a relic weapon, I mean.
Oh.
How do I not have these?
No, it's yeah, okay. It's actually a thing for storm seals. Yeah, but there's seals. Yeah, there's a lot of those items that can actually be directly sold. But there's also some that is quite expensive in seals, and if you combine them with something simple like steel, it will turn into an item that is highly requested because it's used for crafting everything, and they sell for quite a lot of gil. Because people halfly don't know how to get it.
I managed to spend a few tokens and I bought some bardings. Yay. Hey!
So before I go to Vanaland, I go to this place. So how have you been doing this fine morning? Hot morning.
I'm already melting again. It's bad.
Now I'm also, and it'll be better.
It actually got really decent in here at like evening yesterday.
Yeah. But it's better if we go outside, but yeah. When
Sure.
I miss my computer.
Are you grabbing the cables? Let's drag our computers outside and we...
Yeah, that's what I say when I miss my computer, so. Oh, damn. I hate this spot in Kogane. There's a specific spot where they love to put the quest marker because it looks like it's on the lower level, but it is not.
yeah.
It's on the edge of the higher level, so you have to go all the way around. It's so disgusting.
Aw. My retainers can't level anymore because I haven't leveled higher myself. Okay. Okay, fine.
The Great Hunt Extreme. Now unlocked. Now I also have to turn in some housing items. So for the first in a long time, I have to go to the free company. That could also be a nice spot getting... No, there's no glam chest in free company, am I right?
Doesn't exist.
Yeah. So I can actually clean up my inventory.
It's one of the things I really want for housing is that glam dresser.
Yeah.
There's like a technical reason it is next to impossible to do. The SGP have explained it. But it doesn't like change the fact that I really want one in my house because it's like it's the only reason I'm like going to the inn is to like get to the glam chest and do stuff with it. Just like yeah.
How do you go to your locker for your house again?
Locker?
Yeah, you have a chest more or less with house items.
You mean the guild chest?
No, there's a... I cannot even place these items. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you mean the, give me a moment, let me get to the guild house. You mean how you add them to, like, the housing? You go down in the bottom, like, with the menus, and there's one menu called housing.
Oh, yeah.
And you click that one. Can never find it.
There. Yeah. I should be able to place it. Yeah. easiest way to get rid of it. Oh, I cannot do that. Is that because I need to place it first and then put it up again before I can put it into the guild chest? Was that how it was done?
If you mean the housing thingy, but you need to place it first
Yeah,
because
I
then
need
it
to
asks you
place
to
it
like
and then
soul
pick it up
bind it,
again.
and then you can place it in there. Yeah.
I can remove it again, and then I can put it into it. Fine. But I don't know why they did this. It's really weird. Oh, it actually don't work either. So I
No,
have to
it's
click
not
store,
this chest.
but-
It's not this chest you're talking about. It's like you can't put it in there in the first place unless it's bound. So if it's a bound item, you need to place it in this house by, you know, going into housing, into furnishing, and then placing it down. And once you
Yeah.
place it down, then say place
Yeah, I
selected the
click
item
store,
into your
but I
storeroom.
cannot click. So store. Okay.
There's one
Done.
saying inventory, and the other one is saying
Ah,
storeroom.
yeah. Yeah, okay. Now I get it. So now it's stored in our housing. Okay.
Yes.
But that was the store that I was looking for. But yeah. Okay. Because I don't want to carry it around. And what did we find out about the irregular tomes? I cannot use them.
Which tomes?
Irregular tomes of pack.
Oh, you're
Fagging.
talking about
That's
like
right.
last, you know, regular terms of mythology,
Yeah.
law, or paganry. That honestly
I can
is,
use them.
you can keep them as a souvenir, or you can just yeet them. That's the
I'll
answer.
put them into my retainer then.
Only the most recent mog events, and I don't even think the fan festival one counts, can items still be purchased. Otherwise, will you just turn them into like magical prisms or something like that?
Clear prisms. I love how you're just talking to your retainers half into the fish tank. It's just-
But they enjoy
crazy.
it there, and just keeping the fishes occupied. Are you not entertained? I don't know. So, you know what? I really need to work on my inventory as well. Oh god, it's like I swear, if I have like a clean inventory, then a blink, and then, you know, I don't. That's
Yeah,
the
but-
answer. I do, and then, you know, I don't.
The bad part about it is that I cannot clean my inventory to lesser, because when I need to fill or buy a new retainer, because everything is something I need for crafting.
Well, to be fair, retainers aren't that expensive, but I already have like 3 extra
So-
retainers bought. It's like, I'm not like even ashamed
So
of that.
the only way I can actually clean up is to look into my that's the one I need to clean actually, the armory chest, and then see what is beautiful, what is not, and then discard it or store it. That's
I
the only
really
way I
need
can
to
clean up.
start. Oh god, so I have so many weapons from like primals, and I really should probably just like when I have the last, you know, class from like 50 to 60, I'm just going to like yeet it all.
My next part is now that I have so many of these treasure maps that I cannot even store them into my retainers anymore because they already have it. Yeah, it started. I have 4 of this treasure map, so I have to keep one myself, and I cannot get any more of it.
I have like a retainer full of potions. I did.
Okay, let's see. So glams, and I need to say
3 attacks. Yeah, might be. Bah! No. Okay. That was fish and meat and skins. That was skins, right? Yes, skins. So everything living would be this one.
so.
And like, at least I've like kind of sorted my retainers in a decent way by one having like living items or items from living items, and the other one having plants, and the third one having like stones.
I would love sometimes that I can sort by class. In, for instance, the armory chest. So that I can say, okay, how many of these are paladin, and then because all low-level paladin I don't need. So that's just
true.
glam, more or less.
They could honestly add some search systems to like your whole, and that's what's great about the Final Fantasy app is you can actually search for like categories and say paladin, and then you can place all of those in your like inventory so you can clean it up.
So which one are beautiful? That one is.
Sort.
So I need that one. That one is also okay. Okay. What is it? There's a max of storage in the glam chest too. I don't like that. I feel I'll hit that sometime.
They kind of have to be fair, because you have to remember like everything is limited server space wise. So the reason that you know you have to pay for retainers is down to the fact that you know every retainer adds more data to your account that they need to handle. So
I think all the gun for the machinist is pretty ugly.
they are. There's like no good weapons for machinists. There's only like seeing hordes, which is like the one gun I feel is okay for machinists. The rest of them really is.
Okay, next up is all the shields.
Hey, I got some inventory space. Like, I want to pretend I got a bit of inventory space at least.
Yeah, now I started to de-emphasize, so now I fill my inventory again.
Yeah, de-emphasizing only makes it worse. That's how it runs.
Armory.
While you do that, are you up for like queuing for a dungeon?
Yeah, but I think that we'll hit it too fast, won't we?
Not if you're tank.
Oh, but I thought of going healer for the next one, because it's not MSQ.
Oh, but that's fine. Let's see.
What I really need is done, more or less. So that one was the ugly one. Ooh. I like that one. Ooh, that's a Shire one, but I augmented to Emperor.
Wasn't that for the Christmas glam?
Yeah, but I'm a little confused with myself if I should put it into the glam chest as it is, you know, the Emperor shield, or if I should remove the glam from it and put the augmented Shire shield into it.
If you only get the item that the item originally is. You can't
Okay.
like glam an item into
Oh
something and
yeah,
then
you
put
cannot
that.
put it into. Yeah, that's right. You cannot put it in.
It will ask you to like remove the glam from
Yeah.
it before you can put it in.
Of course. I have space for a couple more, so that's fine. And let's put some in. Oh, that's Amoria. Oh, yeah, Glam is not here. I have to go to Uldar. All the Glam. I've also nearly reached the point where I can glam the gear now. Oh, it's gonna be good getting back to glam gear instead of this. It is pretty gear though, but I like the idea that I can style it to something more simple instead.
Well, you know you can just glam whatever pieces, even if you want to use the pieces for something else later.
Yeah.
It's like you can just. like-
Still, I don't see the point because I would also like the original. I know this gear I want to glam this, even though it's 70, and I want to put it into the glamour chest because there's a long way for me to get to 80 now with MSQ. So I could glam this and use this all the way, more or less. Or I can use it all the way.
No, you'll be replacing it at like level 75. Yeah.
I do.
Hmm?
This is the.
Oh
Oh,
no,
this is
that's
yeah,
that's right. You will be
I'll
probably
use
be
this all the
hitting
way.
80 before you hit 80 dungeons. True.
I'll use this all the way, and then in 80 I'll shift it out. So when I unlock.
Remember, you need to beat Shadowbringers to get access to level 80 gear.
True. It was more that I don't see the point in glamming something, but I have to unglam again like in an hour. So. But that's just me.
I think I'm not really that concerned because I have so many glam prisms at this point that, you know...
I have also a lot of glam prisms, but not unglam things.
I could probably buy like a few hundred of those as well if I want to.
50. I'm over halfway filled my glamour dresser now. Damn, word is not easy today.
Speech, such a harsh thing due to grammar and rules and stuff.
It's just a finger stutter a little much today. Anyway.
I was like, everyone here in like this area is just going this nice, you know, Asian styled housing style. And then there's our house, which is basically just like Chugabo.
Chugabo and colors and stuff.
Sugar bro. I know I should probably send Bearship while I remembered. You repaired Bearship, didn't you?
I don't know. I don't remember. That one could pretty much be.
Hey!
And away it goes.
I'll be back in 1 day and 5 hours.
My Christmas hat. That's Augmented Shire. Oh, okay.
Yeah, your real Christmas hat is likely already in the clan chest.
Probably. So, can I... Nope. Okay. So that one I will just throw away. And this one... Store.
Are you going to take a lot longer, like, sorting
Oh.
this out?
Just a minute. I just needed my helmets was full, so I'm ready now.
Okay. You know what? I will bring my Black Mage. Let's get the worst out of the way first. I do like the glam I have on my Black Mage.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. We will be doing Somal. Good luck. Oh, you went tank.
Oh, should I change?
If we don't want a 10-minute queue,
Okay. There.
Yellows are so needed right now. It's ridiculous. We will, however, likely time this one out and then get another one because it seems the other DPS is not going to. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we actually joined.
Oh, it's this one. I wanted it to be the next one. Okay, great.
So an error again?
Huh?
Did you make a mistake again?
No, not at all. This is the highest dungeon I have access to.
Okay.
I just keep, like, swapping this dungeon and the next dungeon around in my mind in terms of which one you get in which level.
Oh no, it's this one. Yeah, I cannot follow that one. It's too fast.
I was about to say, you know what? I've been forgetting ley lines. I have this beautiful thing called ley lines and I'm not using it. That's just almost like a sin. Oh no.
Oh, damn! Ah!
I'd be
That was
dead now.
mine. Yeah, but I hate. Oh, and he teleported away. I hate this one because I cannot follow it. There's literally too many things at once.
Do you have all your skills?
Yeah, I'm level 50. Yeah, I'm level 70 in open world, and this is 50 dungeon. I have all skills, but I cannot follow it. It's too much at once. The skills cannot follow. The skills are too slow.
And you are using presence of mind and stacking up?
Yeah. But I cannot use presence of mind 3 times in a row. It's not always on presence of mind. As soon as my presence of mind is gone, then I cannot follow it anymore and it dies. I cannot keep up.
You are paying attention to the stacking bleed, right?
Yeah. I just can't this one. This dungeon I cannot be a healer because I can't follow it.
Fair enough. My ley line! Go. That was rude.
From here on, it used to be fine, but in that start, there's too much poison and everything is stacking up the vines and stuff. The cast time is longer than he takes to die. The 2.5 seconds it takes for me to cast a heal, he's dead.
Would you want me to try to run it as a white mage where you can see it?
It will not help me.
You don't think it will help you to see how I do it?
No. Because the problem is that my cast time is too big and I cannot adjust to it. So it will not help me see you how to do it, because I cannot do it.
Okay.
Ja, når ikke at løbe så langt.
Nobody stacked on me.
You was on the other end of the map.
Yeah, but I ran
me
over to
too.
you.
And he run away from me.
That is a runaway. The blue one.
No, it was the red one. That was the blue one.
Yeah, I'm saying blue
He
means
had
run
the
away.
red one and run away from me. The first one was a red one, and he
Yeah.
ran away from me when I stacked on him 3 times. Then come a blue one, and then another blue one. But I was literally standing on him 3 times and he moved.
I know. Luckily, it's only us squishy DPSs who get one shot if no one stands on us.
Yeah. See if I can do this. I cannot. Yeah.
Shadow blue die.
Line.
You know, the fact that I just keep my DPS above you and the tank makes me happy. God, I hate this class.
Oh, Jesus. Those hits.
Hey, I actually moved.
That was not you.
Oh, that was my... No, that was not me. What?
Ah, Jesus.
Because this totally isn't annoying. Just swing down.
The tank was the only one that didn't get hit by that heal because he moved away. That one is dead, isn't it? Yeah.
Can I be allowed to move at all? Like, stand still for a single spell? No, I cannot. It is timing me.
Now we have them break.
Why now?
Because else it will be dead.
Yoink!
Just leave.
At least I hit 54. Rats and vat paladins.
It's only for Chocobo. She's only doing it for the Chocobo.
But the chocobo is brilliant. I don't blame her. I really enjoy the music and all that. Alright, I always have. And we're going to the Miners Guild. Mine. Mine.
Mine?
Mine? Okay, please give the Black Mage anything, like, remotely useful, please. We get shot cast, ensures the next Scathe, Fire, or Thunder spell cast for the third. Wait, what? Okay, I've been playing this class wrong.
Mm.
Really? Okay, if this is the case, I'm going to cry because that means I've completely misunderstood how this class is played.
Okay. I don't know.
Oh, don't know. Nah, okay. Okay, I wasn't wrong. It just said that, you know, I can trigger fire starter with Scathe, and trigger Scathe additional. Am I missing like a quest or something? Because my Scathe does definitely not trigger fire starter.
You have something, a cunning plan quest. What else?
Yeah, no. I'm getting like a new skill next quest.
Firestarter. I don't know.
Yeah, I think either the like it's getting extended or like something. But it says here that, you know, Scathe can trigger Firestarter, and it most definitely cannot. This is a really neat ability though, because it's a good opener, meaning that I can like guarantee Firestarter. Yeah, this ensures the next Scathe, Fire, or Thunder spell will for the first hit trigger Scathe's additional effect, Firestarter, or Thundercloud, respectively.
You should use that and then the other one, and then you'll have Firestarter. Wow.
But it's like Scathe have nothing to do with Firestarter, at least as far as I know, because the Firestarter is triggered by Fire 1, not Scathe. So I don't exactly know what's going on in the information here. Oh no, I read it wrong. Okay, now I get it. So, ensures the Scathe, Fire, or Thunder will trigger its special. So Scathe will trigger the special of like 20% chance potency will double. Okay, now I get it. Yeah, I was just reading it wrong. It, like, it made it sound like Scathe could trigger Firestarter, and I was like, what? No, it cannot. Honestly, that's really decent as an opener. Its only downside I'm seeing is like the 60-second recast. It's a bit long, but yeah.
That moment when you find the Queen of Uldar just running in a wilderness planting flowers. What?
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be good friends with the Black Mage.
But you needed an 80.
That's only because my OCD would like murder me if I just let it sit at some random arbitrary low level.
Nah.
Just look at my levels. I'm fine. Yeah, more or less all my characters have that.
Let's see. Oh yeah, can't execute during damage.
Now I'm missing something. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing to switch to my paladin. Yep. There we go.
Hey.
Where the heck to get there?
Are you ready for another dungeon?
Ah, it's landing straight. Yeah.
You're free to jump tank if you want.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just taking the double bonus for the leveling dungeon and seeing if I can like level my skull a bit.
Okay.
Are you on tank already?
Yeah.
I apologize for any
Lol.
accidental deaths you might have.
So I have to follow the Sultan of Uldar around, and she ends up going to the Golden Sorcerer. Okay. Ooh, this one.
Wait, what are we doing? Okay, so basically, I changed my mind. I don't have to do anything this dungeon. I can just do /follow.
Yeah. What do you mean changed your mind?
I was like, I apologize for any deaths you might have, and then it was Halatali, and I'm like, you know what? I didn't say anything. I might be incompetent
It's fun.
I might be incompetent as Scholar, but I'm not that incompetent. You get a bio. You get a bio. You get a bio.
It's only the big one that's a concern, right?
Yeah. I'll just out heal them. Unless everyone like spreads out.
Yeah, but everyone removed, so I would just take the big one.
It's like my fairy will literally like out heal the damage that.
Yeah, but everyone moved because you did. You was the first, I think, but moved away.
No, I literally stood still. I'm still standing
Okay,
still.
then what was someone else?
Yeah.
With a goon or something, the spear, I
Yeah.
think. There was one that moved out and started to take the other things, and because of that, then
Everyone
everyone's
like
scattered.
split up.
Yeah, everyone scattered.
But no, for
So-
that one, it's like I can literally just pop the fairy light and it will heal you
Yeah.
more than like
I
those
think
little
it's the
thingies.
white mage. You need to take the big ones, else it cannot follow up.
No,
Would
yeah,
you just check the chains? Then I will be glad.
no, you have Medica as a white mage here. Also, we have
Yeah, I know.
yoink.
And just for chain again.
Sure. Are you going to jump down?
Yeah. It's gonna be hard for you.
No, not at all.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I also get a buff now, so... It was just I had no buffs, so... But alright.
No, the thing is, if I just spent like the minimum amount of attention, you cannot die in this dungeon. You, like, even if you don't use any of your buffs and pull everything, you can't die. Maybe if you are capable of making me run out of MP somehow. But like a single physic is like 1.5 second cost and heals you from like, I would say 65% of your health. Then pair that with me using Whispering Dawn, which I don't know if it's normal that you have access to that in this dungeon, but I do, so there's that.
That Dragoon is gonna die. But actually, I had a point. Can't we just power through and just stand here and kill it? Or is it invisible?
It's invincible
Okay.
until that's a
It
dead.
doesn't matter. When it doesn't matter.
Didn't you just complain about the code being scuffed?
Huh?
Paladins is like complaining about the Nyxies Derpy update being scuffed, and then he was like, I can't wait for the next update. I'm like, didn't you just complain about this one being scuffed? Pass. 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 Yoink.
Greed, de-emphasize, de-emphasize.
Fair enough. Oh god, it's like Scholar and low level that just makes you feel so lazy. I was like, I don't even have to heal you. Well, I do, but just like single heal here and then wait for regen, and when regen is up,
Do you know what I want?
What do you want?
Popcorn.
Oh, popcorn would actually be good. It becomes vulnerable again when this like big fire sprite is dead. That's the only one that needs to die.
Yeah.
Well, the only ones. Big spiders, so here we go. The rest you can safely ignore and just like say hello.
Yeah, but I still don't want it. So, power up. So if it's possible and you cannot do anything else anyway, then...
Oh, I'm like targeting the boss.
Can you do that? Is it not still...
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah, it's still invulnerable, so...
Yeah, but when I'm killing fire sprites, the big fire sprites.
But the small one is also fine if you're just doing nothing, that was what I was saying.
Yeah, no, I'm just focusing the big fire sprites, and the moment the big fire sprites are dead, he's vulnerable again, so...
Oh. So that's how it's... Okay. Fire, water. Water in the fire. Why?
Yoink!
Boink.
Hey! I'm giving that to Archer.
See ya.
Why do I get the first item, like, even though I put cast, you know, decline on it or whatever you want to call it? Never got that aspect. It's like, do you want this? No? Okay, great. Here it is in your inventory. Like, damn it.
De-emphasize.
De-emphasize. I don't even get anything for de-emphasizing this stuff. It's like...
I do. Items.
really? Yeah, but like one cotton? I was like, is that worth
Yeah, and I'm
anything
asshole.
to
And so what? You can turn it in for seals, you know.
you? I'm rusty. I used to code in it for like 8 years, 9 years ago, 8 years ago? 9? I'm not sure.
It's like riding a bicycle. When you learn it, you can program it. Also, C# is just really the basic fundamentals for everything else that's objectives. So
Honestly, I will say this, and I will say this again. C# is just like an oversized library.
true.
If context is given, yes. If it's just like a snippet of like 1,000 lines in the middle of nowhere, no, I cannot. But I don't think anyone can. Oh god, I should run Scholar more for like lower level dungeons. It's so chill. Like, feel free to link it to me.
Have they changed their names for allow list and block list yet?
We have to be progressive here in GitHub. GitHub is amazing. It is no longer blacklist or whitelist. That is racist. It is now allow list and blacklist. Sorry, I'm just... Ah, God. It's like the next step of I'm probably being super rude saying this, but the next step is we're no longer allowed to use the word dark, so it's like in all context. Oh my god, it's really unseeing outside.
That's gonna be it. You called it.
It's like, if you don't know, we just... Oh god.
I don't know why, but also this phenomenon that has been for a couple of years now, that you can't call Christmas Christmas.
Oh yeah,
It's
the whole aspect of not...
It's the holidays. No, it's the
no,
Christmas.
see, that's where I get offended. It's like, you know, I have Muslims watching my streams, I have, you know, other things, and I'll happily say Happy Ramadan or whatever. I don't give a shit. It's like, call the holiday what it is. It's like, at least have respect enough to like acknowledge what the holiday is when you're wishing someone.
You'll find some that will say, if you wish them a happy Ramadan, will look at you and discuss and say, how can you say that? You don't have that vacation.
And I've never, I mean this seriously. I've never. Okay, I've never seen that. It's like, I have quite a few, like, friends who are Muslim, and they've all, you know, just been happy that I even remembered the fact that it exists.
I've had a couple when I told them to have a
Happy Ramadan?
Happy their holiday. Very, very freaked out that I could even say that, because I was not allowed to say that because it was not a custom of mine. So
the whole cultural appropriation aspect is so bullshit, because it's like every single holiday on Earth is some abbreviation of a different one. Look at Easter, look at Christmas. Hell, it's like Christmas is Yule, it's a effing pagan religion that was adopted into Christianity, and you want to shout about cultural appropriation? It's like, just... It is so dumb. It's so dumb. Because if you really want to trace everything back, everything, emphasis everything is some shape of like having, you know, merch with something else out there. that is how humanity is. We take stuff, we adapt it for ourselves if we like it, and that's, you know, the nature of things. It's like, if you ever read most of the religious texts, you'll notice that, like, okay, maybe not all of the stories, but a good 30 or 40% of them, you can literally find the exact same story and the same moral standpoint, just with, like, slightly different names and slightly different, you know, environments. But, you know, a really good example, Goliath and the Giants.
Ooh, it's raining, you will die. I've never seen that before.
But yeah, I'm of the opinion that it's like, the whole happy holidays is just bullshit. It's like, either you wish, you know, happy whatever the holiday it is, or you don't, because it's like, you can't decide to, like, acknowledge it wholly. It's like, either you acknowledge it or you don't. It's literally that simple. It's like saying, oh, I don't want to wish a good trip to Gamescom because I don't acknowledge gaming, so I'll just say good con trip. It's like, really? Are you ready for another run?
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah, no, most definitely, but it's like, I mean, the whole principle basis of people getting offended because you say the actual name of the holiday.
Happy whatever holiday it is. Yeah. That's okay. I can laugh about that, but
I am going to jump into Shisui of the Violet Tides. Are you okay with that?
yeah.
It's one of the Stormblood dungeons. Swingy swingy. Ah, this is such a beautiful dungeon.
Ooh, I have not been in this one, I don't think.
Oh, you have, but only once.
Yeah? Why do I didn't have cutscene? No, I have not been in this one. This cutscene would not activate if I've been here.
Are you
sure.
Are you sure? Because it's like,
Yeah, I got the full dungeon cutscene, so...
but it's like, either A, it's MSQ, or B, you've had to unlock it separately.
I've
Okay, you might
probably
have
unlocked it separately, but not gone into it. That's probably how it is.
That is very
But I've
likely.
not been in it. I've unlocked nearly all
fuck.
dungeons,
That's
but I've
going
not been
to hit
into
anyone.
them. Huh? What are you saying?
I just wasted my ferry.
Okay. Wasted.
Hello.
Big Kratos. Look at how much meat this could give. Or if I was in a world like this, I wanted to be an adventurer, because look at all that meat.
You want to be a chef in this world. Like,
No, I want to be a paladin with a big sword, so I can cook
I'm
it
not
afterward.
kidding. Are you aware there's like a whole anime about, you know, of like the super tough guy dude, kind of like Dragon Ball, but all he does is like gathering like
Cooking.
rare ingredients from like super strong monsters to cook them and eat them. That's his like entire purpose in life. I absolutely love it.
Hidden fish. see if I can collect them a little here. Yeah. It's just how many you have of these monsters, so if you could actually eat them, it would just be all the delicacy parts, not the normal pork chop and stuff like that. It's only the delicacy parts. The rest of it can just be thrown away because you have hundreds of them.
Yeah, to be fair though, it's like you also have to be really strong in that world of it just going to murder you, which, you know, isn't like the most convenient end.
When you can see something like this, there's so much meat in this, but if it's only the tail that's a delicacy, you can get a weak meal out of that one tail, and the rest of the meat you can just sell. So. So, is
Kill
he
the
just stuck now?
Yeah,
And now it rolls over. What the?
Yeah, you basically kill the leg and it like drops over instead of attacking him.
Oh, okay, so we just saved him.
Yes.
I get it.
Focus the leg first.
Yeah, I'm doing it. But I don't think we get it because he's not doing it. He's going DPS.
Yeah, I'm also attacking.
So we did it. But just the DPS did not do it, so...
I'm basically just DPSing all this match. I'm hitting like a wet noodle, but eh.
Yeah, but a DPS check like the other one before there, if this DPS doesn't do anything, then it's GG. Great.
Gooby, gooby, gooby. Gooby.
Open up. And stop. Ouch.
It's fine.
Chest. No, okay. No chest. Oh, then one. Oh, can I stand right here? Yeah, I can.
Oh, no, you don't.
I'll help you.
There you go. Do you remember this fight here?
Nope. I've never seen
Basically-
it before. So.
Oh yeah, so basically, at one point you have to hide in the chest, so she turns you into grandma.
Okay.
That's basically the gimmick of this one.
And I will know then with this.
Yeah, it does like a big AoE, priming AoE thingy, but it's very, very obvious.
Seduce.
Yeah,
So that's one.
yeah, I just run into one.
I run into one and became an old lady. And my chest isn't even open and everything. So how did that work?
You probably didn't get into it properly.
Okay.
Oh fuck. Eh. But she's still throwing Zadoos. Okay, never mind.
If you go into a chest, I become an old lady.
Yeah, but it's only if you do it outside. And oh fuck, hello.
No, I become an old lady if I go into a chest. Okay, I don't get it, but anyway.
You see the open chests? Like the closed chests?
What? I
see-
have no open
You
chests.
see that?
I don't
Oh.
have any open chests.
Yeah. All of the chests are now closed. That means we're all
They've always
safe.
been. We've never been closed or open before you ran into them.
Ah, my bad.
And now that one is open and you're old, yeah?
Yeah. If you run into that one,
So seduce.
yeah, I'll let you.
I run into now I'm an old lady. Okay, so if you're not an old lady,
Yeah.
that will work on you. Okay, so that's how it works.
And you should now have control again before it goes like haywire.
Ah. That also makes kind of sense. She cannot seduce you if you're an old lady.
You really think that, you know, if like it's some hot guy, that you wouldn't be attracted to him regardless of like age?
Isn't it a girl? But anyway.
Eh. Depends on which way you lean.
I don't know.
You don't know.
Dance. A squid!
Hey, squid. What's up?
Treasure cover. Looks like a trap.
It's a trap.
Oh no, if I get every item I don't have space.
I
Don't
started
give me
actually.
everything.
I actually started grabbing some of them.
It was just the two others, I think they're giving everything away. So it was just, no, my inventory. Treasure traced.
Not going to lie, that skill that just like heals you at 50% health is so convenient because it's so potent.
Female squid.
Just don't get hit by the thingy running around underwater.
Is there something running around in the water?
Yeah, you see the you see where it's
Oh,
like
that one.
basically
Okay,
heading.
yeah. Hi, Rook. Oh. Hi, Rook. Yeah. How you doing, boy? Dead.
Hey! And you can now become an old lady again if you desire. Yoink!
Yoink. Hey, Roga.
Rogue. The rogue-tastic
What's
rogue.
up, boy? He just came up here and demanded some cuddles, and then I cuddled him and stopped, and then he just moved closer to my arms.
Aww.
Yeah, I've never done this one. And I also teleported to it now.
It's quite nice that it actually teleports you out there so you can turn the
And,
quest in.
Yeah.
If you want to know where the quest is, it's in that little dome thingy under the water, like where you
No,
meet
it
the
was-
princess. If you remember the quest.
It was just above it, but yeah.
Yeah.
It was just outside the gate of it, and then I have to turn it in at that dome thingy. So.
Yeah.
Zip, 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 zip. Rook don't get it. I cuddle him when I stop, and I cuddle him when I stop.
It is weird.
Yeah. Just keep cuddles. Yeah, keep cuddles. Ouch. Ouch. You're not good at cuddles, Rook. You're not good at cuddles. No. I do the cuddles. It's so cute when he wants to cuddle back, but he's not good at it. It hurts. So when you stream, I should have a cat cam in here too, but I can turn on so you can see both Rogue and Mischief.
Honestly, we could set it up so we have different cat cams like connected through NDI to my streaming rig, and I can just cycle through like cat locations. We just need one of those fancy cameras that can like do NDI and the network and just poof.
It's so slow swimming in this area.
Aw. You know, you can activate your mount underwater and it'd have full speed, right?
Yeah, but it's still slow. No, I don't think it's full speed because it's really slow.
Just like a dead person in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Use the explosion.
Explosion! Is that actually a blue mage? No, it's a fisher. Actually, how did a fisher die up here?
Don't know.
I don't know.
You wanted to.
It's so fun, like, teasing Sproutlings by just, you know, going blue mage, go over to them, like, bowing down, and they'll, like,
Oops.
emote at you, and then you blow yourself up and go like, oh my god, what did I do? Also, I'm really going to need to take a break now and, like, grab something to eat.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say the same.
So yeah, I think I'll end it here and then grab something to eat, and then I'll be back after it. I want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching, and if you did enjoy, please consider leaving a follow. It would be super appreciated. With that said, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around. Bye!